Hi guys, I'm building a hybrid Foamie camp trailer, and today I'm assembling the sidewalls and applying the poor man's fiberglass. So I'm calling this a Foamie trailer, but it's really more of a hybrid between a Foamie and a stick frame. I'm building the walls out of 1.5" foam, but I'm embedding 3/4 by 1.5 inch vertical supports into the foam. And my thinking here is that this will give more support for the roof cap and more strength for the walls. And it also should give me better attachment points for anything on the inside of the walls. So for each vertical support, I'm using the actual stick to mark the cut lines for the router. If I used the straight edge and measured for the lines, then none of the sticks would fit because none of them are straight. So here I'm cutting a piece that will extend the wall out to the full length of the trailer. Okay, I have all the interior support sticks inlaid into the foam now for this wall. You can see, so I put supports around where the window is going to be cut out to give that something to screw into. And then I just kind of spread out the others. I'm trying to think ahead of where I would be hanging things on the inside as well to have more support there. Now, since the trailer's 11 feet long and these boards are only 8 feet, I'm going to have to put these two pieces together to get that 11 feet. So that's what I'm going to do now, is work on gluing these two pieces together. So I'm using bamboo skewers to connect the two pieces of wall together. This is mostly to keep them aligned while the glue dries, but it should give a little extra support as well. Okay, I got the top plates for the sidewalls cut out now. I cut those out of 3/4 inch plywood, hoping that they'll stay straight longer and not warp and twist like dimensional lumber does. Anyway, I got those cut out. Now I'm trying to figure out the best way to clamp those on. So what I've decided to do, I think this will work, is I cut these blocks. I'm going to screw these onto the sticks that are glued onto the foam, and then I'm going to have something to clamp to hold the top plate on while it dries. I think that's going to work. So I'm going to use the Great Stuff foam to glue this top plate on the wall. I probably would use foam fusion if it was a straight flat connection with no gaps, but unfortunately it's not that way. So I think the great stuff is fine, it'll work fine, plus it'll fill the gaps. Okay, I got the top plate of the wall glued on. I think I've got it clamped in a spot where it needs to be. So we're going to let that dry for a few days before I take clamps off. So here I'm trimming the excess foam and glue along the seams. I want to get these seams as flat and as smooth as possible before I put the canvas on. And then I sanded all the foam surfaces to rough it up before gluing on the canvas. Okay, I got this one sidewall all ready to go. It's been sanded down, it's been trimmed, and I've got pretty much all the seams as smooth as I can. I'm ready to put the canvas on now. Okay, I got it all ironed out. Majority of the wrinkles are out anyway, air bubbles. I think it turned out pretty good. Now I'm going to be cutting out the canvas for where the access doors are and the window. I'm going to try and wrap down around the frames so that we can get as much protection there as possible, get the waterproofing there, and I'll glue that up, and after that I think we'll be ready to paint, put on the first coat of exterior paint. Okay, now we got the canvas all glued down. I'm going to put the first coat of exterior paint on here. Get it all sealed up good. Not sure how many coats total, probably 3, and then maybe the final, maybe 2 coats of the final color, I'm not sure. We'll see how it covers them. I got the passenger side wall all done with the poor man's fiberglass, and I have 3 coats of the exterior paint on there. Sanded after the second coat just to knock down the burrs and smooth it out a little bit. So that's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to work on the driver's side wall. I've got it all sanded down and prepped and ready to put on the canvas. So here's a tip for you guys. Don't make the same mistake I made when I cut the canvas to size. So the length of my side wall is 10 foot 11 inches, and I added an inch for fraying, added a couple inches for wrapping around the corners if I needed, and then I added 18 inches for shrinkage. I cut it to length, washed it in cold water and dried it in the dryer on low, and then I laid it out and measured it, and the total length ended up being 10 foot 4 inches, which is about 6 inches shorter than what I needed. Now I don't know all the science behind fabric shrinkage, and I'm guessing that different brands and weights of canvas will shrink differently. I bought this canvas from the online fabric store because it comes in the width that I needed to cover the sides without a seam, and they have pretty good pricing as well. I got the 10 ounce weight, and it shrunk down about 16% over the full length, the full 11 foot length. So long story short, test your canvas before you cut it and allow for that shrinkage. Okay, so I got all the canvas on the side wall here. This will pretty much wrap this up. I do need to still roll some paint on this, but it's pretty much good to go. I think it turned out okay. Really good, except for there's one spot that I don't know what happened. Try to get in close here and you can see this indent here. So I think this is where there was an air bubble there that I was trying to iron out. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that maybe it got a little too hot and maybe the foam underneath was melted or something. I don't know. The canvas seemed to stick okay, even with the indents. So I'm curious just what happened. If any of you guys know what possibly could have caused this, let me know in the comments, because I'd like to not have this happen again. Okay, the driver's side wall is all canvassed. I do need to still roll on a couple coats of paint, but that'll wrap that one up. If you guys like what you're seeing, be sure and subscribe to my channel. There'll be a lot more videos coming. So in the next video, I'll be working on the main door and the 2 access doors. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.